What's up, Buckeye Nation? What is up, college football fans? It's your boy Mekka. I was fortunate enough to attend Ohio State football's practice this week. And listen, this is a big week. We're only a couple weeks away from probably the biggest opening game in college football history, Ohio State versus Texas. And so I'm going to give you kind of just a few things that I feel like I learned about Ohio State football for the 2025 season at practice. Number one, the offensive line is dominant. This was one of the things that I think we've been concerned about as Buckeye fans for the last couple years, just kind of how well we would do. And obviously shuffling in different guys in the positions, having transfers come in and out, dealing with injuries. Obviously we managed it very well. But this year I think we go into the season with one of the strongest offensive lines. Super excited for that because we know what happens. You can dominate the trenches, you can dominate the game. The second thing that I noticed was the tight ends, obviously an extension of the offensive line. These guys are big, man. These guys are big, they're strong, they're fast. Jelani Thurman makes catches like a wide receiver sometimes. Obviously, Max Clare is out there, balling. Will is out there. I mean, we have a very deep tight end room, probably the deepest that we've ever had. Running backs. So it looks pretty clear that James Peoples is the number one guy. He has juice. I like seeing him run. You know, we had people compare him to J.K. Dobbins. I think, obviously, if he pans out on that level, you know, J.K. is one of the Buckeye favorites, right? One of our stars. So if he pans out on that level, that's a great sign for Ohio State. But Peoples has juice. C.J. Donaldson is kind of more of a bruiser. He is probably the clear number two, I would say, at this point. But we might see some Turbo, you know, Bo Jackson, some of those other younger guys play a little bit too. But Peoples is definitely number one. So got to make sure he stays healthy. Quarterback position. Everybody wants to know about the quarterback position. So my impressions of the quarterback position were this. It looked as if Julian Sand was pulling away to be the number one quarterback. I'm not making an official announcement that he is, but that's what it looked like to me. Lincoln obviously is still fighting, made some good plays. He has juice. I would be fine if he was the quarterback at Ohio State, and I think Ohio State would be fine. But Julian seems to be getting a little bit more confident, getting a little bit more juice under him. His ball placement is exceptional. Still has some things to work through. I mean, he's a young guy, relatively speaking, doesn't have a lot of starts under his belt or a lot of playing time for that matter. But I think he's pulling away as the number one guy. And our defense. Buckeyes defense, man, those guys are big and those guys are fast. Our linebackers are big. Our defensive line is dominant, and they're giving offensive line some problems. Our defensive backfield is exceptional. Caleb Downs, I mean, that guy is amazing. He's going to be able to be in multiple different places over the field with Matt Patricia and his defense. Super excited for them. But the defense is big, strong, and fast. And as I mentioned, Caleb Downs is amazing. But one of the things I also learned and things that I really like to see was that our DBs were not, you know, just bending over to the wide receivers. They were challenging them. Davison is out there. You know how he is, talking his stuff, and he was playing exceptionally well. Like, these guys are battling. So that's iron sharpens iron. That was one of the things that I really loved. And then overall, Coach Day, you know, he's fired up. You know, he's you know, getting in people's ass. He's not just sitting there, you know, acting like he's a national champion. He is really fired up. He's getting in guys. He's involved with different parts of the team, whether it's special teams or defense or offense. He's involved, and gave a pretty good speech at the end too, which I thought was pretty cool. So that was pretty awesome. So overall, I think the Buckeyes look great. They have a lot of juice. They're not taking this for granted. I don't think they're acting like they're national champions at all. I think they're a bunch of hungry guys that are ready to go out there and see what they can do and show the world that, you know, that they can also play, right? That they have their own name to write in history. So I was really excited about that. I'll keep you guys posted as I continue to learn more and see more, but that was my impressions. And don't forget, check out the documentary, Buckle Up documentary, the Soundtrack of Champions that we put out this year on our, couple weeks ago actually, on our YouTube channel, featuring, you know, different things that happened in the season and my Buckle Up movement that I started at Ohio State. And then don't forget to check out my book as well, Buckle Up the Playbook, 5 Winning Plays for Go-Getters. That's on Amazon, ebook and the paper book. And if you want an autographed copy, you can get it from my site at shop.mekkadonmusic.com. That's all we have. Thanks for buckling up with Mekka. Peace.